High in the Himalayas, hidden in mist and legend is a special kingdom. Forget busy cities and bright lights, this is Bhutan, the land of the thunder dragon. Time moves slowly here, old ways are important. Monasteries sit on cliffs and prayer flags wave in the wind. In Bhutan, spirituality is not just an idea, it's how people live. For many years Bhutan was a secret, hidden in the Himalayas. Because it was hidden, Bhutanese culture grew strong without other countries changing it. It's a culture based on Buddhist ideas, where respecting nature and each other is very important. Gross national happiness, or GNH, is not just a saying. It's a philosophy that has been deeply embedded in the fabric of Bhutanese society for decades. Unlike many countries that measure success by economic growth alone, Bhutan takes a more holistic approach. It's a big idea that guides Bhutan. This small Himalayan kingdom has chosen a path that prioritizes the well-being of its people over mere financial gain. The concept of GNH was introduced in the 1970s by the fourth king of Bhutan, Jigme Singye Wangchuck, who believed that the happiness of his people was more important than the country's GDP. This idea says that real happiness comes from a mix of things. It's not just about having money or material possessions. True happiness, according to GNH, is achieved through a balance of economic, social, and environmental well-being. This means that the government of Bhutan places equal importance on sustainable development, cultural preservation, environmental conservation, and good governance. A strong economy is good, but so is protecting the environment, keeping culture alive, and having a good government. Bhutan's policies reflect this balance. For instance, the country has committed to remaining carbon neutral and has enshrined environmental protection in its constitution. Additionally, Bhutanese culture, with its rich traditions and festivals, is actively promoted and preserved. Bhutan wants its people to have good lives. This means ensuring that everyone has access to basic needs and services. The government provides free education and healthcare to all its citizens, ensuring that no one is left behind. This focus on social welfare is a key component of GNH. School and doctor visits are free, they protect nature. Bhutan's commitment to environmental conservation is evident in its policies. The country has designated over 50% of its land as protected areas, ensuring that its pristine forests and diverse wildlife are preserved for future generations. This dedication to nature is not just about conservation, it's also about recognizing the intrinsic value of the natural world to human well-being, and they celebrate their culture everywhere. Festivals and traditional dances are an integral part of Bhutanese life. These cultural expressions are not just about entertainment. They are a way of keeping the country's rich heritage alive and fostering a sense of community and belonging among its people. Other countries have noticed how Bhutan does things. The unique approach of GNH has garnered international attention, with many countries and organizations looking to Bhutan as a model for sustainable and holistic development. Bhutan has hosted numerous international conferences and workshops to share its experiences and insights on GNH. Could this small Himalayan country show us all a better future? In a world increasingly dominated by consumerism and materialism, Bhutan's emphasis on happiness and well-being offers a refreshing alternative. It challenges us to rethink our priorities and consider what truly makes us happy. In a world that wants lots of stuff, Bhutan shows us hope. The country's commitment to GNH reminds us that true progress is not just about accumulating wealth, but about creating a society where everyone can thrive. It's about finding a balance between economic growth and the well-being of people and the planet. It reminds us that real progress is not just about money, it's about ensuring that everyone has the opportunity to lead a fulfilling and meaningful life. Bhutan's approach to development is a powerful reminder that happiness and well-being should be at the heart of our efforts to build a better world. It's about balancing what we have with our spirit. Bhutan's emphasis on spiritual well-being is a key component of GNH. The country recognizes that material wealth alone cannot bring true happiness, and that spiritual and emotional well-being are equally important. Bhutan asks us to think about what success really means. It challenges us to look beyond the traditional measures of progress and consider the broader aspects of human well-being. In doing so, Bhutan offers a vision of a more balanced and harmonious world, where happiness and well-being are the ultimate goals. When you go to Bhutan, you're not just visiting a country, you're entering a colorful mix of culture that's hundreds of years old. Nestled in the eastern Himalayas, Bhutan is a land where ancient traditions and modernity coexist in harmony. The vibrant streets, adorned with traditional houses, tell stories of a time long past, yet they pulse with the energy of the present. Bhutanese people connect strongly to their history, beliefs, and the land. The elderly, dressed in traditional attire, are living embodiments of the nation's rich heritage. Families, often seen in their traditional dress, symbolize the continuity of cultural values passed down through generations. The breathtaking countryside, with its lush green valleys and towering mountains, is more than just a backdrop. It is a vital part of their identity. Here, old stories and modern life are both important. Festivals, where dancers in traditional dress perform age-old rituals, are a testament to the enduring spirit of Bhutanese culture. Daily life, whether in the bustling streets or quiet villages, is a blend of the old and the new, creating a unique tapestry that is distinctly Bhutanese. The past is still alive today. Traditional architecture, with its intricate designs and vibrant colors, stands as a reminder of Bhutan's storied past. Historical sites preserved with great care offer a glimpse into the nation's rich history. Cultural festivals, celebrated with fervor, keep the ancient traditions alive and thriving. Bhutanese culture is all about respecting Buddhism. Monks, seen in serene monasteries, dedicate their lives to spiritual practice. Shrines adorned with offerings reflect the deep reverence for the divine. Prayer wheels, spun by locals, are a daily reminder of their spiritual commitments. It's not just a religion, it's how they live. Daily rituals, whether performed at home or in public, are an integral part of life. Meditation, practiced by monks and lay people alike, is a path to inner peace. Public prayer ceremonies bring the community together, reinforcing their shared beliefs and values. Prayer flags fly from mountains, carrying good wishes. These colorful flags, fluttering in the wind, are believed to spread prayers and mantras across the land, bringing peace and harmony to all. Monasteries on cliffs are filled with the sounds of monks. Perched high on cliffs, these monasteries are not just architectural marvels, but also spiritual sanctuaries. The chants and prayers of monks resonate through the halls, creating an atmosphere of profound tranquility. You can almost feel the spiritual energy in the air. The serene landscapes, often shrouded in mist, exude a sense of calm and spirituality. Outdoor meditation sessions, set against the backdrop of nature, enhance this feeling, making Bhutan a truly spiritual haven. But Bhutanese culture is more than just spirituality. Traditional dances, performed with grace and precision, are a celebration of life. Festivals, where people gather in their finest attire, are occasions of joy and community. Families working together in the fields reflect the values of hard work and cooperation. It's also about respecting traditions, helping each other, and loving the land. The elderly, imparting wisdom to the younger generation, ensure that traditions are preserved. Villagers, always ready to lend a helping hand, embody the spirit of community. The farmland, cultivated with care, is a testament to their love for the land and their commitment to sustainability. One of the most interesting things about Bhutanese culture is their clothing. The traditional attire of Bhutan is not just a fashion statement, but a symbol of their rich heritage and identity. It is a reflection of their values, beliefs, and the pride they take in their cultural roots. The clothing is unique, vibrant, and deeply connected to their way of life. Men wear the go, a robe that goes to the knees. The go is tied at the waist with a traditional belt called a kira. It is not just a piece of clothing but a representation of Bhutanese identity and pride. The go is worn with knee-high socks and traditional shoes, completing the distinctive look of Bhutanese men. Women wear the kira, a long dress. The kira is an elegant and graceful garment that reaches the ankles. It is wrapped around the body and secured with brooches at the shoulders and a belt at the waist. The kira is often paired with a blouse called a wanju and a jacket called a tego, adding layers of beauty and tradition to the attire. These clothes are often handmade and colorful. The intricate designs and patterns are a testament to the skill and craftsmanship of Bhutanese artisans. Each piece of clothing tells a story, with motifs and colors that have specific meanings and significance. The process of making these garments is a labor of love, passed down through generations. They are more than just clothes, they show pride in being Bhutanese. Wearing traditional attire is a way for Bhutanese people to honor their ancestors and keep their cultural heritage alive. It is a source of pride and a way to connect with their roots, especially during important events and celebrations. Festivals, called shechus, are a fun way to see Bhutanese culture. These festivals are held annually in various districts and are a major part of Bhutanese life. They are vibrant, colorful, and filled with joy and excitement. Chekus are not just about entertainment, they are deeply spiritual events that bring communities together. These celebrations are full of music, dancing, and religious traditions. The music and dances performed during Chekus are unique to Bhutan and have been preserved for centuries. The dances, often performed by monks, depict stories from Buddhist mythology and are believed to bring blessings and protection to the community. You can see masked dances that tell stories. These masked dances, known as cham, are a highlight of the Chechu festivals. Each dance has a specific meaning and is performed with great precision and reverence. The masks and costumes worn by the dancers are elaborate and colorful, adding to the visual spectacle of the performance. Going to a Chechu is a special experience, a chance to see the real Bhutan. For visitors, attending a Chechu is an opportunity to immerse themselves in Bhutanese culture and witness the country's rich traditions firsthand. It is a chance to see the community come together in celebration and to experience the warmth and hospitality of the Bhutanese people. Even normal life in Bhutan is full of tradition. From the way they dress to the way they celebrate, tradition is woven into the fabric of everyday life in Bhutan. The Bhutanese people have a deep respect for their culture and heritage, and this is evident in their daily activities and interactions. Archery is the national sport. It is more than just a game, it is a cultural tradition that dates back centuries. Archery competitions are a common sight in Bhutan, with participants showcasing their skills and precision. The sport is often accompanied by traditional songs and dances, making it a festive and communal activity. You'll see people playing it everywhere. From rural villages to urban centers, archery is a popular pastime in Bhutan. It is a way for people to come together, have fun, and celebrate their cultural heritage. The sport is deeply ingrained in Bhutanese society and is a source of pride for the people. They still use dizo, a mix of a yak and a cow, for farming. The dzo is a hardy and versatile animal, well suited to the rugged terrain of Bhutan. It is an essential part of traditional farming practices and plays a crucial role in the agricultural life of the country. This shows how close Bhutanese people are to nature. The Bhutanese have a deep connection to the land and a profound respect for the natural world. Their farming practices are sustainable and in harmony with the environment, reflecting their commitment to preserving their natural heritage for future generations. Life in Bhutan is slow and peaceful, following the seasons. Meals are shared, often eaten on the floor. They like spicy chilies and red rice. Visitors are always welcome, but Bhutan is not stuck in the past. They are carefully entering the modern world, keeping their traditions while looking to the future. Education is important, and many people speak English. They use technology, but carefully, so it doesn't change their way of life too much. Bhutanese people know their culture is special. They want to keep their traditions, the things that make them different. That's what makes Bhutan a great place to visit. The mountains in Bhutan are not just pretty, they are spiritual. On these mountains are amazing buildings, dzongs and monasteries. These are more than just places to pray, they are full of history and beautiful art. Each one tells a story of a land where spirit and nature are connected. Dzongs are big buildings with white walls and carved wood. They are both forts and monasteries. They protect the valleys and are places for monks to live and pray. Monasteries, often high on cliffs, show Bhutanese spirituality. These are quiet places where you can hear monks chanting. Going inside feels like stepping back in time. You must visit Parotaksang, also called Tiger's Nest. It's a monastery high on a cliff. The climb is hard, but it's worth it. The story says that Guru Rinpoche, who brought Buddhism to Bhutan, flew here on a tiger. He meditated in a cave, making the place holy. When you stand here, you're in a legendary place. The monastery is amazing. Wooden buildings with beautiful carvings seem to hang on the cliff. Prayer flags wave in the wind. You can feel the spiritual energy. Punakha Dzong sits where two rivers meet. This big fort with white walls and gold roofs is amazing. It's not just beautiful, it's full of history. Important things happened here. Punakha Dzong was Bhutan's capital city a long time ago. Kings were crowned here, and many important events took place. Even now, monks live there in winter. Walk across the wooden bridge and you feel like you're going back in time. Murals on the walls tell stories. You can hear monks walking. It's a peaceful place. Forget city streets and cars. In Bhutan, the real adventure starts when the road ends. We're talking about hiking, and not easy hiking. These trails go through the Himalayas, past old monasteries and into Bhutanese culture. It's a hard but rewarding journey. Forget fancy hotels. You'll sleep under the stars, listening to the wind. You'll walk through mountains and forests. It's tough, but amazing. Imagine seeing blue sheep or relaxing in a hot spring surrounded by mountains. Think about drinking tea with a family in a small village. The Snowman Trek is the hardest hike in Bhutan. It's a long journey through remote and beautiful places. The Snowman Trek takes you past glaciers and fields of wildflowers. You'll walk through forests, listening to your boots on the trail. But the hardest part is the height. You'll be very high up where the air is thin. It's a very hard hike, but you'll feel amazing when you finish. The Drukpath Trek is a shorter but still amazing hike. This 5-day trip takes you from Paro to Thimphu, Bhutan's capital city. You'll walk through forests, see lakes, and enjoy views of the Himalayas. The Drukpath Trek is a spiritual journey. You'll see old temples and monasteries. You might see monks praying. Camping by Jimalangsho Lake is special. This high lake is surrounded by mountains and forests. Sleep under the stars and you'll see why Bhutan is magical. Bhutan protects its culture. They call it high-value, low-impact tourism. They want to protect the environment and culture. They want visitors who appreciate Bhutan, not lots of visitors who hurt the environment. It's about quality, not quantity. The king believes in this. Bhutanese people know their culture is important, not just for tourists. Bhutan is not trying to be a museum. They just want to keep what makes them special. For example, they have national dress. It's not just for special days, it's the law to wear it in many places. Even new buildings are built in the traditional way. They believe progress doesn't mean forgetting the past. Protecting paradise is expensive. Tourists pay a lot of money to visit Bhutan. This money helps pay for healthcare, education, and culture. This means tourism helps everyone in Bhutan. Some people don't like this system. They think it's too expensive. But Bhutan wants visitors who respect their culture, not lots of tourists who hurt it. This is what makes Bhutan so special. Leaving Bhutan is like waking up from a dream. You'll miss the quiet monasteries and the friendly people. You'll miss the simple life close to nature, where happiness is not about things. Back home, life seems too fast. You'll think about the peace of Bhutan. You'll remember Bhutan long after you leave. You'll notice nature more. You'll try to slow down and enjoy small things. You'll think about gross national happiness. You'll realize that real happiness is about balance, good relationships, and living with good values. You'll think about why people want so many things. You'll ask yourself, what is enough? Bhutan is more than just a place. It's a way of thinking, a way of living. It's about living simply and enjoying now. It's about knowing that true wealth is not about things, but about good relationships and a healthy planet. You can't make your life exactly like Bhutan, but you can remember its lessons. You can think about how you affect the world. You can choose experiences, not things. You can try to live a good life. Bhutan shows us that a better way is possible. A part of Bhutan will always stay with you, reminding you that real happiness is a journey.